Good morning. As the sun rises over Europe, a new day begins, and with it comes a fresh set of weather stories unfolding across the continent. Here's the big weather picture across Europe for Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. From the Atlantic coast to the far reaches of Eastern Europe, the continent is experiencing a dramatic mix of conditions shaped by powerful atmospheric forces. A powerful low-pressure system is dominating the northwest, bringing blustery winds and rain. Gusts are rattling windows and umbrellas from Ireland to the Netherlands, and coastal areas are bracing for rough seas and heavy downpours. This system is pulling in cold air from the north and milder air from the south, creating a sharp weather divide. The clash of these air masses is fueling unsettled conditions, with snow and sleet possible in the north, while the south enjoys a much gentler scene. The low is centered off Ireland and the UK, with weather fronts sweeping east. These fronts are acting like conveyor belts, carrying bands of rain and cloud across France, Belgium, and into Germany, making for a grey and damp start to the day in many places. Meanwhile, high pressure is building over the Mediterranean, keeping things calm and dry in the south. Skies are mostly clear from Portugal to Greece, and the sea is tranquil, inviting locals and visitors alike to enjoy the outdoors. Temperatures are chilly across Scandinavia and Eastern Europe, with many places barely above freezing. Frost clings to rooftops and trees, and in some areas, the mercury is struggling to rise even as the day progresses. In contrast, southern Spain, Italy, and Greece are enjoying mild, spring-like conditions. Outdoor cafes are bustling, and people are taking advantage of the sunshine, with temperatures feeling more like April than February. The jet stream is fueling this north-south split, steering weather systems across the continent. Its powerful winds high above are acting as a highway for storms, keeping the northwest unsettled while sheltering the south under a protective dome of high pressure. So, if you're in the north or west, expect wet and windy weather. In the south, it's much more pleasant. Don't forget your raincoat if you're heading out in London or Amsterdam, but in Barcelona or Athens, sunglasses are the accessory of choice. It's a classic winter pattern, stormy in the northwest, tranquil in the south. Whether you're braving the blustery winds or soaking up the sun, Europe's weather today is a vivid reminder of the continent's incredible diversity. Let's talk about the extreme weather. Storm Fiona is the culprit behind today's chaos in the northwest. Gale-force winds are battering Ireland, the UK, the Netherlands, and Norway, with gusts up to 80 mph. Expect travel disruption, possible power outages, and local flooding as heavy rain falls on already saturated ground. If you're out, waterproofs are a must, and driving will be hazardous due to surface water and spray. Meanwhile, a block of Arctic air is gripping northern Scandinavia and Russia, with temperatures plunging well below freezing. Wind chills could drop to -25°C, so severe winter precautions are essential. The main warnings: stormy, wet conditions along the Atlantic coast and dangerous cold in the far northeast. Stay informed and take all necessary precautions if you're in these affected areas. It's a day of dramatic contrasts across Europe. Western Europe finds itself at the very center of a powerful and relentless storm system today, as turbulent weather sweeps across the region. The skies are heavy with dark, swirling clouds, and the atmosphere is charged with anticipation as the storm intensifies. The UK and Ireland are bearing the brunt, with relentless downpours and fierce winds battering cities and countryside alike. Along the coasts and over the hills, the wind howls and rain lashes, making travel hazardous and daily routines a challenge. Emergency services are on alert, and many are advised to stay indoors. While temperatures are relatively mild for February, hovering above the seasonal average, the biting wind cuts through layers of clothing, making it feel much colder than the thermometer suggests. People brace themselves against gusts, clutching umbrellas that threaten to turn inside out. France, Belgium, and the Netherlands are not spared either. In the west, persistent rain and gusty winds dominate, while further east, skies remain overcast and breezes keep the air unsettled. Commuters in Paris, Brussels, and Amsterdam navigate slick streets and blustery conditions. Coastal regions like Brittany, Normandy, and the Dutch coast are on high alert. Here, the combination of strong gusts and heavy downpours creates dangerous conditions, with waves crashing against seawalls and the risk of coastal flooding rising by the hour. Western-facing coastlines, Western Ireland, Wales, southwest England, and even the mountains of Norway, are experiencing the heaviest rainfall and the greatest risk of flooding. Rivers are swelling, and local authorities are monitoring water levels closely, ready to respond if needed. Inland, the weather remains unpredictable. Showery spells sweep across the countryside, with only brief, fleeting breaks of sunshine before the next band of rain arrives. The landscape is a patchwork of wet fields and glistening roads, with the promise of more rain never far away. As evening falls, the unsettled pattern continues. Winds may ease slightly overnight, but the rain persists and the air remains damp and chilly. City streets glisten under streetlights, and the sound of wind rattling windows is a constant companion. It's certainly not a day for outdoor plans. Most people are choosing to stay inside, watching the storm unfold from the comfort of their homes, perhaps with a warm drink in hand. Parks and public spaces are deserted, as the weather keeps everyone indoors. The stormy theme is set to persist through the night, with more rain and wind on the way. For Western Europe, it's a night to stay safe, stay dry, and let the wind and rain tell their tale. Central Europe's weather this week is less dramatic than the wild storms battering the Atlantic coast, but it remains unsettled and ever-changing. The region is caught in a tug-of-war between lingering winter chill and the first hints of spring, creating a patchwork of cloud, sun, and occasional rain. Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic sit on the eastern edge of the Atlantic storm system. Bands of cloud and rain are being pushed steadily eastward, bringing a mix of dampness and gray skies to much of the region. The weather can shift quickly, with brief clearings followed by sudden showers. In western Germany, persistent drizzle and overcast skies dominate, making for a damp and chilly day. Further east, cities like Berlin and Warsaw escape the heaviest rain, but the cloud cover lingers, keeping the sun at bay and the mood subdued. Temperatures reflect this unsettled pattern, with the west seeing milder readings of 6 to 8 degrees Celsius, while the east, including Poland and the Czech Republic, remains colder at just 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. This sharp temperature gradient is a hallmark of transitional weather in Central Europe. It's a day for layers, conditions can change quickly, and a dry morning can turn wet by afternoon. Locals are used to carrying umbrellas and scarves, ready for whatever the sky brings. Sunshine is in short supply, but there are occasional bright spells, especially in Austria and Hungary. Here, the clouds may part for a while, letting in some welcome light, before thickening again later in the day. By evening, rain will reach western Poland, and showery, cloudy weather will linger behind. Roads may become slick, and the dampness will settle in, making for a classic Central European winter evening. The unsettled pattern is gradually spreading eastward, with clouds rolling over farmland and city alike. While it's not as wild as the weather further west, the sense of change is unmistakable. Over the next day, expect a slow but steady shift to wetter, cloudier conditions across Central Europe. The sky will become a moving canvas of grays, with only fleeting glimpses of blue. The next 24 hours will bring more cloud and rain, but no major storms, just the familiar restless weather that defines this time of year in Central Europe. Eastern Europe is firmly in winter's grip. Ukraine, Belarus, and Western Russia are cold, with brisk northeasterly winds, making it feel even colder. Highs in Kyiv and Minsk hover around freezing, but wind chills drop to -5 or 6. Most areas stay dry, with only a few light snow flurries in the north and east. The day is mostly gray and cold, with occasional brighter spells. Near the Black Sea, temperatures are a bit higher, but rain or sleet is possible, especially later. This region is a transition zone between the deep cold to the north and milder air to the south. The main message: bundle up, as the cold is persistent and biting. No major storms, but the chill will stick around for several days. Scandinavia is experiencing some of Europe's harshest winter weather. Norway's coast is battered by Storm Fionn, strong winds, heavy rain, and blizzard conditions in the mountains. Sweden and Finland are under high pressure, but it's an Arctic high. Clear skies, but bitter cold. Stockholm struggles to reach -5, while Lapland drops to -15 or lower. Denmark sits between the storm and the cold, with windy, raw conditions and wintry showers. Copenhagen hovers just above freezing, but the wind makes it feel much colder. The main hazards: travel disruption from wind and snow in Norway, and extreme cold in Sweden and Finland. Frostbite and hypothermia are real risks. Dress for severe winter. The landscapes may be beautiful, but the weather is dangerous. Respect the elements if you're in Scandinavia today. The Mediterranean is the place to be for sunshine and warmth. High pressure brings settled, dry and sunny weather to Spain, Portugal, Italy and Greece. It feels more like spring, with highs of 14 to 15 degrees Celsius in Lisbon, Madrid and Rome, and up to 19 degrees Celsius in southern Spain. Perfect for outdoor activities or relaxing at a cafe. Italy and Greece enjoy similar conditions, sunny, mild and calm. Only the far north of Italy and the Balearics see a bit more cloud or breeze, but it stays dry. The Mediterranean is shielded from the storms and cold affecting the rest of Europe. Any rain-bearing clouds are kept at bay by the high pressure. The region is the clear weather winner today. Enjoy the calm, sunny respite from winter. Looking ahead, Storm Fion will gradually move northeast, easing winds in Western Europe. However, unsettled weather lingers, with more rain and showers for the UK, France and Germany. Cold air in Eastern and Northern Europe will persist, possibly pushing further west. As rain meets cold air, expect sleet or snow, especially over higher ground in Central Europe. The battle between mild Atlantic air and cold continental air continues. The Mediterranean stays mostly sunny and mild, though northern Italy and the Balkans may see more clouds by the weekend. The main focus, potential snow and travel disruption along the central dividing line. Stay tuned for updates as the weekend approaches. To sum up, Europe is split between stormy northwest, sunny south, and a deep freeze in the north and east. Storm Fion brings wind and rain to Ireland, the UK, France, the Low Countries and Norway. Take care and expect disruption. Scandinavia and Russia face dangerous cold. Dress warmly and stay safe. Elsewhere, conditions are less severe but still changeable. Be prepared for sudden showers or temperature drops. The weather is dynamic, and local conditions can shift quickly. Always check your local forecast for the most accurate updates. That's the latest on Europe's weather. Plan ahead and stay safe. For detailed, local information, consult your regional forecast. Have a great day, whatever the weather brings.